Alright, I get the entire day off. I think I'm gonna route every super jump I know into this run and just be done with it, be done with the discussion. I'd like to believe that I've put in enough effort over the last year to become at least somewhat, not necessarily an authority, but far from an authority, but at least a decently respected member of the LA community. There's so much wrong with that statement to be able to make a decision like this. So I'm just gonna start doing it, and if anybody has a problem with it, they can talk to me about it. Just be done with it. I'm tired of the stress. Talk doesn't really get anywhere these days. Yeah, I have essentially done it all already, except for, no, I've even done Dungeon 6 as well. I know all the route changes. I'm really just gonna write them down in the paste bin. And then, for some reason, that's how you make things official in this world that we live in. I'd love to hear any route ideas that you have. I have a bunch that I haven't shown publicly yet that I think are really interesting, as well as methods of doing them. But I would love to hear. I think the Dungeon 1 is my favorite, just because it uses the bow to get the jump off the wall, even though it costs you an arrow that I will have to route in, and like arrows are so fucking tight in this game right now. Yeah, I guess I could consult the entire Link's Awakening community, so, Dresden, what do you think? I can tell you that super jumps will have a greater impact in DX than it will this game, so I think, Seabass, I think you'll have a really fun time with them. They will be much more influential in that game, I believe. Why did I take so much damage last run? Makes sense. Yeah, I'm just playing shitty. I'll do a couple impromptu ones this run. Show you some of the ones I like. There's a couple really simple ones that are just like 3 or 4 second time savers that are really easy to pull off. You gotta get Mr. 105 in here. I actually misspoke earlier. I can't make any rule changes without consulting the RP Godfather. Or rather, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I did without consulting him. I don't think there's any good ones in Dungeon 2. I wish we could find a way to do it off the Coral, because then we could actually do Bow Wow Skip. Well, a different method of doing it without overloading, but I don't... They work under different rules than they do in dungeons. Like the overworld rules for, like, I was talking to Amura about this, and he was telling me that there's not like a lot of really relevant ones that you can do because they function differently. Like you can do it off the entrance of Dungeon 6, like that's one of the few ones he said that worked. Yeah, the Out of Bounds Walrus Skip one is actually like one of my favorite ones. That was the first one I ever learned, actually. Fucking Muffin taught me that one. That was a while ago. No, the first one I ever knew was the one on the way to Dungeon 8, which used to be done in runs. It used to be legal. It's just not anymore. That's not right. Okay, so after the Master Key, I'm gonna do a super jump. Using the feather and the bow. I don't think this one's been shown off yet. Yeah, I do an extra damage boost in this dungeon, so I don't like to take a lot of damage. That one right there. That's actually kind of difficult to pull off. Yeah, that's probably one of the more difficult ones to do fast. And that's how you do a sub-7 instrument. You just do a giant fucking jump. There were none in Dungeon 2 that I could find, which just reinforces the fact that Dungeon 2 is easily the most boring dungeon. There's no super jumps, there's no chest cancels, and the text cancels on the chests are delayed, so it's boring and frustrating at times. Unfortunately, I don't think Dodongo Skip is going to be relevant in this game, because I don't think you can route Piece of Power in to the beginning of the dungeon and have it. No, I just don't think it's possible. You kinda need Piece of Power at the beginning to make it work, I believe. You think nothing is impossible, find me a way to get across the water at the beginning or at the top of the mountain, and then I will believe you. All my dreams will have come true. Well, I mean, you save and quit to activate the warp when you leave Dungeon 2. So to get that many kills in between running from Dungeon 2 to entering Dungeon 3 seems very unlikely, but I will say it's not possible. I didn't think you'd ever see Piece of Power in this game, but I was wrong about that. So I'm not against being wrong. It just means that something that I probably wanted but didn't think was possible is possible, and that's always a good thing. It's nice to be wrong. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, in LA. Like I said earlier, super jumps will have a much bigger effect in DX than it will LA. Much bigger. Wow, my fingers just did not want to move there. In this game, there's a lot more limitations. In DX, there's a lot more room for creativity with super jumps. So I think that'll be really intriguing to watch that unfold. Because I probably won't be a pro, I'll be someone from the outside looking in, which I'm completely okay with. Down. I gotta remember that. Yeah, my fucking mic is broken. I don't understand it. It's a piece of shit. I really do have to buy a new one. I could send it back to get a new one for free, but then I gotta wait like 2 weeks without a mic and a headset, and my speakers are actually broken on my computer right now. Why do I fucking keep missing this? I don't understand any of what just happened. I think I jumped... Oh, those were kind of dangerous. I jumped out instead of down. I gotta stop doing risky shit. Get the fuck out of the way. Oh, I missed the chest turn. This run is void. I don't know if POP affects it. That's actually a rather good question. I've never tried. Nah, I just gotta stop being so fucking lazy and send these back. They even sent me like prepaid postage. I'm just like, I don't want to wait 2 weeks without a mic. Yeah, the run is void in Log Cave. Oh god. Actually, I'm gonna show off this jump, just because I like this jump a lot. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I really appreciate it. Because, like, having to replace this mic is, like, a very, odd source of stress for me. Get everything back the way it should. I think you can pick the instrument up. I think I just let go of A for some reason. I don't know. I thought I missed the clip, so I didn't think that I would get it. One thing that's really trolling me in practice is, in the latter dungeons, when you use the magic rod to despawn the bosses, and you don't actually get the heart piece, you don't actually refill your hearts, so taking damage in the last, like, 20 minutes of the run is, like, a very real threat. And that's kind of scary. That's what I'm talking about. My movement is really sketchy right now. I'll do one... No, I'm actually gonna do 2 super jumps in Dungeon 3. One of them is slower than the actual route, but I'm actually short an arrow right now, so I'm gonna cut one, just so I can show it off. But the other one is actually nice because it's a guaranteed kill for a piece of power count, in a spot where you can kind of get fucked a little bit. None of these are Dodongo skip, by the way. I'm just not going to be doing that. Fucking Christ. I'm 1 pixel away, by the way. There it is. I should have went for the swag escape, just because this run isn't going anywhere, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I think it does save time, but I don't think it's a lot. And I don't really think it saves, like, RNG time, because there's not, like, a ton of RNG with those. So it's kind of hard to say. It's one of those things that I think people have to try, and then test it out. My sword's the wrong way. Jump out of these doors so you don't get the lag. Ooh, that was close. Okay, there's one. So I had to do that slow because I'm attempting to save my menu from being fucked from these new routing changes. Oh my god, fucking eat a dick. That's gonna be short. My menu's already gone to shit. There's no point in trying to save it. Yeah, this is no longer a real run. This is just like for display. And I'm okay with that, that's fine. It's a shame I can't keep Piece of Power for this point, because this boss is a lot easier with Piece of Power. Get on the fucking pixel, Nick. There. That's a real concern I have for running console, is getting into pixel perfect positions. It's just very fucking difficult. And I have a lot of setups that are very, very specific to where I need to be. Into the house. There we go. Didn't get the arrow out. Fuck. I need to find a better visual cue for that arrow than the one I'm using right now. Okay, menu's all fucked up. No point trying to save it. Menuing's about to get really slow. I should have actually kept my composure when I fucked up and replaced my menu the way it was. Alright, so this is actually kind of a fun little damage boost coming up here. Oh, I actually did it faster. Alright. I had a lot of help with that one. Just because of, I had 4 drops instead of 3, which makes it a lot easier. So awkward part about this is you actually need to let these rupees tick over and wait to not save and quit now. I wonder if it would be faster to get the rupees and then double back for the ocarina. Probably not, but it might be worth timing. Waiting for those rupees takes a while. I missed that. My save and quits are really, really sloppy lately, and I really don't know why. It's not like it's mechanically difficult to do. If this run goes deep, I'll try to do Leon's bootstraps too. I did a couple of those this morning and they're pretty fun. If you think this lag is bad, you should see it in Animal Village with all the animals around. Got them both. Okay, so there's a jump coming up here that I'm a huge fan of, and it's kind of the way I like to do this jump now. Fuck. Why is this being such a piece of shit? Maybe I should just do the old one. What I'm actually really interested in seeing is what DX looks like with, in regards to Dungeon 6. Because I think you guys are going to enjoy having Dungeon 6 broken completely open. Oh, awesome. I'll take a look at that after this run. Okay, so this last signpost, I don't think a lot of people know this. If you just mash B, you actually skip the second part of the text box. I see a lot of people get hung up on that. Yeah, D8 gets kind of broken open. I keep forgetting about that because you can't break D8 in this game the same way that you can in DX, unfortunately. Which is whatever, I don't have to fucking deal with Bueno ever again. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I think, in my head right now, I have a rough route for D6, if I get that far. So we'll see if that works. Hey, how's it going, Surreal Guy? We're about to find out if the run's about to finish anyway, so... Nope. Still the same old, still the same old category. Just slap some new makeup on it, making it look all pretty. Yeah, Walrus Skip isn't the most difficult thing to do in this run. I wish it was, but it's by far not. Wow, that was way off. Cutscene skip. I get one try at it. And if I fuck it up, the run's over. I could do like a safety save, but doing the safety save alone wastes 20 seconds or so. Wow, I fucked that up a lot. I'm supposed to go over to the right, not that way. I think I'm gonna cut a couple bomb arrows here, because I used 2 for Walrus Skip. 2 extra ones. Yeah, I'm really low. It's unfortunate with how slow that is, but it's a necessary evil. Are you fucking serious? Take it. Clip in the fucking wall. But yeah, cutscene skip is the hardest trick. I got the Dungeon 3 one, which is nice. It's an added 16 seconds, but I need to get this one, or else the run's dead. Everyone else is just, or every other one is just bonus time. I fucking love that trick so much. It's this one, right? Yeah, 1, 2. I love that moment when you see a runner gets a bad pattern and their momentum completely stops and you can just tell that they're looking at their patterns. I still need to cut one more arrow. and it's not going to be here. I really don't want to mess this up. Shit. Oh, how about that? At this point, I'm actually gonna pull up my paste bin for the route. Because I don't really want to mess up anything like I did like the first day I started running this new route. Didn't I charge there? That's weird. Yeah, that in my opinion is actually the most difficult trick, and it's actually kind of a bummer because it looks so simple to execute. So I don't think there's any changes to D5 with super jumps, or rather there wasn't any that I could see. I am gonna have to cut a bomb arrow, or I'm gonna have to cut one arrow, and I think it's gonna have to be on the first Master Stalfos. Well, we'll see. If I have 5, I'm good. I've got 4. Need to cut one. I really wish my inventory wasn't so fucked up so I could actually show off some menuing, but right now we're kind of doing it all on the fly. Okay, I gotta start thinking about how I want to do this Stalfos fight. I think it's gonna be chuck a bomb, spin slash, bomb arrow, drop a bomb. Alright. Gucci. God, my menu's so slow now. Okay, so I'm gonna try this. Forewarning, I might mess it up because I'm very bad at this. I can't for the life of me figure out why. Okay, I got it. I'm so bad at that. Yeah, I don't know how you do this on GameCube player. Like, I'm struggling pretty hard on a Super Nintendo. Says the start button's so unforgiving. The start and the select button. I got the good pixel. Did I not have to cut an arrow earlier? Did I just miss something? Where did that arrow come from? Maybe I'm just really shitty at counting. Wow. Dodged the shit out of me. He doesn't usually make that jump. So I will go for the text cancel on the boss. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It could cost me the run. And this is kind of one that I'd like to finish. We'll see. I still have to route completely D6, like on my way there. But I've still got plenty of time to do that in my head. So I think D6 is going to be get the level 2 bracelet, go to the area, go to the area that you would to do the super jump, because you need the level 2 bracelet to get there. Just a sec. Fuck. Okay, whatever. This gives me more time to think. Go to the area that you do the super jump, get the... Fuck, no, I need bombs for that, or I need arrows for that. No, I'll have arrows for that by the time. Get the key on the ground. Yeah, get the key on the ground. Super jump up, get the master key. Save and quit back. Magic Rod cancel. Magic Rod despawn. The owl beak thing. Then you can go down towards the boss room. You only need one key to get there. I should have that key. Yeah, you do. That's the only reason why I think that you would actually need to go get the level 2 bracelet. Oh god, my throat. Got out of hand. Good. I'll be skipping that mini-boss. That could have been worse. Bow wow, fuck. Jesus, what a douchebag. So now this is actually at the point of the run where things get kind of cool, but things also get very frustrating because Magic Rod despawn can look like it's about to work and then only partially work or not work at all. And actually, if it only partially works on a boss, it won't work at all. It's kind of weird to explain that. In rooms where it would only partially work or only partially despawn some of the mobs, it just won't despawn the boss. So you'll have to fight the boss. So that kind of sucks, because there's, I think a total of 3 bosses. 3 major bosses that you have to despawn with it. One being Hothead, one being Facade, and one being Cue Ball. None of which are particularly pleasant to fight. Oh fuck, I wasn't even thinking about the changes to this. Okay, let's route this in my head really quick. Okay, I got it. I keep forgetting there's a delay on that chest. Take as much time as I need to kill that rope, because I need to wait for this fucker to land. Come on. Now for my favorite trick of the game, the Spectral Goose. Bam. Okay, I gotta make sure I do this right. Got it. So I think that it's not faster to do Cue Ball skip. I think that it's actually just faster to do this the classic way. Come on. There we go. There's undoubtedly faster ways to do it. I'm literally routing this in my head as I'm going. Because I hadn't actually put thought into it this far. Other than like theory routing at night in bed or something like that. So this run is... It was supposed to be... God damn it. This run was supposed to be just like kind of an exhibition, and it just kind of turned into a run. No. Yes. If anything, it'll just serve as a template for the future to build off of. Fuck. Whatever, I've only missed 2. That's not terrible. I think this will be the run that I use to, kind of build off of. Because I think like the core of this run, like the skeleton of it, is very good. It just needs kind of, I don't know, a little bit of upkeep. A little rough around the edges. I have no idea how much time super jumping saves, so I have no idea what time this will be. I don't think I got a particularly good walrus skip, so this isn't really nothing to be excited about, I don't think. So here's a question. Is it actually faster to do the super jump in Dungeon 7, where you go over the wall? Now, immediately I want to say yes, but what I never take into consideration with that gut response is having to get the master key in the mini-boss room and having to get back there. And I think doing the super jump makes that process a lot more complicated, so I don't actually know if it's faster or not. I would love... Fucking Christ. I'd love to find out. No, you can't Jesus jump, or Jesus walk. Which is a real shame, because if you could, and I fucking spent so much time trying to figure out how, there would be a massive route change to this game. And it would make me very happy. Oh, so happy. Didn't get that last dash off. That's kind of a bummer. Fuck out of the way. So let's see if I can get Bow Wow to eat the cutscene. Eat it. Go for it. You know you want to. Come on. Okay, don't eat it now, because now it'll actually waste time. Bad boy. Missed it. God, I gotta get better at these. I was so good at those when I first found, or when they were first found, and I'm just getting like progressively worse at them. I should start thinking more about D6 before I actually hit it. I'm just gonna do this the old way. I'm not confident enough with being able to find my way back to the mini-boss room. Get the fuck out of the way. So slow. It's so painful. There we go. There's a running one. That's what we want. My issue with the new route for this dungeon is just like, look at the map, and like, explain to me how we're gonna get back to the mini-boss room, because you can't come out this way as far as I know. Even if I drop this. Okay. coming up, my favorite boss of the game. I love doing this boss. Partially because it kind of feels like showing off, but it's just so much fun to do. Funnest text cancels in the game. Unless I get dicked over with this first pattern. Which I did not. Perfect. Flawless. That was a little sloppy, but that could have been better. Alright, so I've completely lost my ability to do cutscene skip, but whatever. Okay, Dungeon 6. Level 2 bracelet. Save and quit? Or run back? No, save and quit. Go right up through the tile room. I should have enough bomb arrows for that. I think this works. This I think works in my head. See, this is why you don't decide to do new routes in the middle of a stream when you haven't actually routed it yet. Yeah, definitely save and quit after bracelet. I don't know what I'm thinking. There's no way you don't make it, or you make it back faster than 4 seconds. I didn't do a running jump because the lag took too long to pass. Come on. That might only be a partial. Oh, no. Fucking Bow Wow. I got the clip there, that's nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lag Town. This is why I originally didn't want to keep Bow Wow, but I kind of talked myself into it. Yeah, I think I have a good idea of what I'm gonna do in D6 now. It's starting to form a little bit. Jeez, if only I needed arrows. Do I need arrows? I don't need arrows. Come on, let me through. Well, I got arrows now. Double bounce, that was my bad. So I have to remember to do the Magic Rod despawn on the owl sometime here, so he doesn't get me on the way. And this is always kind of a miserable one to do. Fuck, it was only a partial. See, that's the shitty thing about this trick, is because you can never fucking tell when you get a full or a partial. Yeah, it gets kind of glitchy like that sometimes. Alright, let's fucking hope this works. that's not arrows. Kinda looked like it, it was close. Jesus Christ. I could have done the normal way. Yeah, could have did the normal way and it would have been much faster. But I'm not upset about that. I need practice doing that, so any time spent is really good. Okay, so I'm gonna save and quit here, and then I'm gonna go right. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. Oh, I don't even need fucking, I can just do this. Oh, that just kind of worked out. So I think the most efficient way to get back is this way. Minus the bonk. Got it. I don't think that room's worth it to cancel, so I just do it anyway. Oh, please be a full, not a partial. Oh, baby. Well, whatever. I can't really be mad at that. Alright, let's go beat the game. I might stop running with splits. I don't know. It's kind of nice. It's a lot less stressful in like a very surprising way, not having to deal with splits. It's a lot worse, I imagine, for like learning purposes, or for studying purposes rather. This one's usually a partial for me. Oh, shit, I got it. I rarely ever hit that one, so that's really nice. So I don't think I have enough arrows to do Deathel the classic way. So I kind of have to hit Deathel skip. I haven't practiced Deathel skip for about a week and a half, so we're gonna kind of just really hope, I mean really hope, for the best here. Arrow route actually ended up working out a lot nicer than I figured it would. With the changes, I was a little unsure of it, but it worked out nicely enough to the point where I feel like I can clean it up and it would be acceptable. Don't soft lock the game. Good job. I had a special way I was going to do this block quick kill, but I figure I'll just do it my old way. Seems to have worked out anyway. I was going to show off a different way, but I just don't really feel like it right now. If there was ever a run to give me like 0 blue balls, this would be it. Adversely, if I were to get like 15, it would actually be kind of funny. One early. One early again. One early again. This is not looking good. Alright, so now we gotta get really lucky. I'm gonna mash this once more. Alright, well, we got lucky. Oh, if I died on the stairs, that would be actually really funny. I'm gonna die on the stairs. Alright, so this is where old any percent instincts kick in. Well, that was fucking terrifying. I really don't like missing Death'll Skip like that. It's a really, really uncomfortable feeling. Especially because I find my Death'll Skip to be very, very consistent. So that's actually kind of a bummer. Yeah, if I wasn't an any percent runner, I probably would have died trying to maneuver that. That would actually be really, really funny. Dying on the stairs or losing a run to a rule that I had a very, very large part implementing. I would have really enjoyed that. So right now the goal is sub 1 hour. That's the next goal. It was always the current goal. So in that regard, this run is actually overwhelmingly disappointing. But the sub 1's coming. I can do that. I think that's well within my grasp. I think it's realistic for how good that I think I am. Wow, that sounded really arrogant. I think it's possible, is what I should say. Maybe I should toss this. No, it had a lot of tech that I think should probably be showed off. I wonder how much time those super jumps actually saved. I would be interested in finding that answer out. Because, like, the Walrus skip wasn't anything special. I got D4 skip. Rooster skip was really good. No, Rooster skip was okay. Villa skip was... Villa skip was completed, which I guess by my standards is acceptable. Deathel skip was really bad. D7 jump was good. I didn't miss any of the boss despawns, which is just a relief. I think that I'm gonna have to take a look at the routing. So I'm actually pretty happy that I finished this run, because now I can take this run as a whole and use this as a template to kind of like reroute everything. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at this pace bin. I don't want to listen to this. Wish I could just skip the credits. I'm actually gonna look over these a lot, and then probably get back to you with some thoughts, because it's kind of hard for me to picture them, specifically the routes after I just did something that was drastically different, and I'd like to be able to articulate my thoughts on it correctly. Fuck, this takes forever. What were the big time savers with this trick? Ocarina Room. Probably not as big of a time saver as people think. Dungeon 6. Although, Dungeon 6 was already pretty chopped up anyway in this game. Dungeon 8, you get to skip that entire wing. I think that's it.